Okay, name is Quan Talbert, and this is my confessions from a father to his kids. Um, I was born in July 9th, 1985, to Barbara Bottoms in Tallahassee, Florida. It's the capital of Florida, if you were wondering. Don't really remember how long we lived there. I got this scar there, though. I don't know if you can see. It's about 20 stitches in my head. I remember that. I was jumping on my mom's bed with this girl named Portia, and I fell down and hit my head, busted wide open. It was crazy. We moved up here. I want to say I was 3, maybe 4. To Landover, Maryland. We lived with my grandparents, your great grandparents, Robert and Ella Talbert. They're from Georgia, which from Tallahassee to Georgia was like, that part was like 3 hours maybe, or it might be 6. I have a brother. His name is Lorenzo Talbert, which is also your brother's name, Grayson. We lived there till I was probably about 7, and then we moved in with your aunt, my sister Jasmine Bottoms, and her father Robert Bottoms, your step grandfather. But your uncle Lorenzo, he died when I was 16. He actually died in your great grandparents' house, which they sold not too long after. Your grandfather, your step grandfather Robert, he died when I was about 23. He had cancer. So, but I grew up pretty normal. Normal-ish. I don't know what normal is. There's really no normal. So I have many people that I consider to be good friends. Some you'll get to know as your uncles and aunts. Number one on the list is actually Lorenzo, your godfather, and Grayson. The reason you have the middle name you do, his name is Jeremy Brown. I met him pretty much after my brother died. I was 16. I was in a bar called My Way. Don't ever go to bars. And we just started talking, and we just had some conversations. Ended up being cool people, and known each other ever since then. And it's been about 15 years now, and I'm sure it'll be longer. Another one is a person named Tiffany Ferguson. It's my best female friend. You get to know her well. She lives in South Carolina with her sister Bree and her mom Rhonda. Yeah, when it comes to friends, those are pretty much my go-tos. A couple other people you might get to know. Friend Norman Warren. He's a pretty stand-up dude. Yeah. Tory Duncan. Known him since I was probably about 6. And probably the reason that I'm doing this video. His father died last year, and his mom just died at this point a week ago. Funeral was yesterday, actually. And you come to a realization that all of us have to die one day, and and you always hope you go before your kids. So if there's ever a point that you have any questions that you never asked, hopefully this video, well, the series of videos that I'm going to do will answer most of those. That's the general plan anyway. I don't know. Can't always answer every question that somebody might have, but I'm kind of hoping this kind of does the trick. I'm really hoping that you guys play sports, basketball mainly. I mean, but you can really get into anything you want. I'd rather you didn't play football. I guess mostly because I don't really watch it. I played it for a little bit, wasn't a fan. Especially me being a bigger guy, they used me for things that I didn't think I was good at or really utilize what I could probably do. But I am a big sports fan. I hope you guys are too. Hope we get to go to some sports games together. Hope you watch a lot of wrestling because that's what young kids need, wrestling in their lives. I think it teaches a balance of how to express yourself physically and through talking. I know a lot of people look at it as stupid, but I think it's actually a really good a way to get kids out there and talking, and it's a good way to bond with other kids. I had a lot of friends, mostly because of wrestling when I was younger. Got to, meet a lot of people. And I felt like wrestling developed the personality that I have now. Like, me being so loud and outgoing, even though, for the most part, I'm pretty much a shy person. I know it won't seem like it, but I feel like that's what, as a young kid, helped me express myself, especially with everything that was going on in the house. When it came to my stepfather, me and him never really got along. He was slightly abusive, which I got over. Like, a lot of people let things like that hinder their mind in a way, but I feel like I dealt with it and handled it pretty well adjusted, and I hope you guys are really well adjusted when you grow up. Also, the type of things that I was into when I was a kid, I loved superheroes. I'm sure you're gonna love superhero. Your mom, Grayson, loves superheroes. Even yours, Lorenzo, loves superheroes. Your mom loves Batman. Even though he's not really a superhero, he's just a guy in a costume, but whatever. Teachers, he's a guy with a lot of money in a costume that spends a lot of money to do stuff. And really, if you think about it, if you followed the paper trail, really, you could figure out who Batman was. I'm not going to tell you, but you'll figure it out pretty quickly. God. It's raining. But I was always a big Superman fan. Always wanted to have superpowers. I'd want to be invisible. Which they always say, like, wanting to be invisible is like an underline for something else, but I don't really think it is. I just always thought it was the coolest superpower. Nobody could see you. You could do whatever you want. And then when you wanted to be seen, you're seen. So, but there's always, like, never really wanted, like, the dumb ones. Like, I always thought X-ray vision was stupid, even though Superman had it. I'd like to run really fast because I'm fat and I've never ran really fast. I mean, yeah, that'd be a good one. Or be super strong. Yeah. But I'm sure you guys would be really big into superheroes. Every kid is. Because it's different. And it's something that at that age you realize that you can do those things in your own way. So I just want you guys to have imagination and be able to express yourself the way you want to. And I know your mom's going to let you. Yeah, so should be an interesting ride. So some of the best things I think about me personally are I like to sing. Not saying I'm particularly good at it, but I'm okay. I'm a friendly person. And just by the way, all these questions are coming from, something that every parent should talk about with their kids, I think. So, and I'm sure we'll talk about it in person. This is just in case life happens and I don't happen to be there. But singing, my personality, I'm a pretty funny guy. I I like to write. Not particularly a good writer, but I enjoy it. Um, what else? What else? That's pretty much it. I'm funny. I'm a funny singer. I'm Jamie Foxx. Well, like with a lot less money, but yeah. So, I was really big on TV when I was younger. Loved to watch TV, which is probably not a good thing. I would have got a lot more done if there wasn't for televisions. And the fact that if I would have known 20 years ago that all these shows are just going to be replayed over and over again, then I probably definitely would have got a lot more done in life. Because you could just go, now you just go back into Hulu, everything, and I'm sure by the time you're like really watching TV, there'll be something else crazy that just puts it into your mind. So like, don't waste your time on a lot of TV. I'm stuck now. It's too late for me. I've been stuck in that rut for a long time. But don't waste your time watching too much TV. You'll never get out of that cycle. It's just a bad cycle. Get out and talk to people. I used to go out and play a lot. Like, I love being outside or going over to a friend's house. Just love being around other people. I hope you enjoy that too. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoy being around people and getting to know people. It'd be good.